If I
Yes.
want you to dream something, I can make it happen.
Oh, yes. And there are clear instructions on how to do that.
Okay.
But this is the occult
Yeah, super
sciences of it,
fascinating.
which fascinates a lot of people. But it's quite natural. It's quite out there for people who are aware of Sanskrit. Everything that the human body is capable of within has been explored to such an extent that these are all commonplace things one can do. The more lofty goals are the ones that are higher, where you realize your true nature of the self. That is a goal to look up to. Getting more intellect or
Hmm.
pleasing this particular deity, this working with this yantra, this will all become commonplace. So A for Jagrat, U for Swapna, and is for Sushupti. These three came from a single origin sound, which is Om. Om. There was a sound, and that sound had these three components.
In the universe, does the
Creation.
sound exist? The reverberation of
Yeah,
Auma?
100%. It is the sound of creation. Patanjali goes on to say that sound is creator. That is God, he says. Ishvaraha, Pranava. There is the source of creation, which is divine, which is God. That is the sound, Pranava. That is it. No other devatas, Devi devatas, no Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, no Ganapati, no Shakti, all of these in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. He is a very, very meticulous scientific sage. He just said there is a source of creation. That is God. That is Om.
Is it Auma or is it Om?
Om is the source. Auma in multiple combinations are components from that Omkara.
Okay.
So it is like this. The seven notes of music. There was one sound, and then it split itself into three pitches. One middle, one slightly higher, one slightly lower. This is where the Vedic chants happen. Similarly, there is one sound of creation. Where it came from, there are stories, dialectical tradition. So all of these is conveyed through stories, that Rudra roared, or Shakti laughed, Kali opened her eyes. There are many stories like this. That is how the sound came. Or Shiva struck his damru
Hmm.
and the sounds formed. Om as bringing A and U, merging them together. If you merge A and U together, rules of Sanskrit define that it becomes O
Oh,
again.
okay.
So that was the sound, whatever it was. It now elongated, individual components stretched out, becomes A, U, and M.
So A is impacting which part of the body?
The Manipuraka,
Manipuraka chakra, which is around the
navel,
navel.
just
Okay.
half an inch below the navel.
Okay. So when you say A, that is
Yes.
getting activated. And what are the benefits?
The benefits clearly correspond to the levels at which these chakras are very. So, just to do a quick recap of these, the main centers of the pranamaya kosha, the energy system of the body. 7 chakras within the body are like this. The base is the Mooladhara chakra, which means the root support, which is at the base of the spine, at the bottommost part. The physical body part is perineum in English. The next one above it is Swadhisthana, which is where the seat of the self, Swa Adhisthana. It is at the genital organ for both men and women, the reproductive organ. And slightly above that is Manipuraka, which is called the navel chakra. And we'll leave the English names for now. They're called the root, sacral, navel, whatever. The Manipuraka chakra, which is simple enough to pronounce, is at the base of the navel. This is associated with the element of fire. Yes. So the sound A is at the Manipuraka, at the navel. U is at Anahata, at the chest region. And is Vishuddhi and upwards towards Agnya. So A, U, and Ma. Again, it's not because these three sounds, when we put together, Om is formed. That was the first sound, and people use these three sounds to activate these three parts differently. So somebody might want to work on their Manipuraka more, they'll use A more. If they want to work on their Anahata, U, and Vishuddhi,
If you enjoyed watching this content, you can watch the full in-depth video on the Body to Being podcast hosted on Shloka YouTube channel. To continue watching shorter pieces of this content, you can subscribe to Shloka Clips on YouTube. Don't forget to like this video and follow us on Spotify. Pranam.